Well, today I'd like to mention this aspect of the growing cost of security for the Trump family in light of the fact that you have a man who has a lavish lifestyle living in a very public type building. I mean, the Trump Tower is easily recognizable as a landmark. You've got his family living there. You've got his business aspects there. You've got basically a major target. Now, this guy's been elected as president, and, you know, he could do what everybody else who's been elected president does, which is just move into the White House. And I don't know, he still apparently is maintaining some kind of presence there at Trump Tower. Here's the thing about the whole issue of paying for security and why it's being talked about as if somehow the public has to pay for this man's security. This is the way it's always been. Kings have always demanded that they get protection from their serfs. I mean, isn't that what it comes down to? Whether you're talking about the pharaoh going out and working the peasants, the slaves, to build their pyramids, or whether you're talking about during the Middle Ages when you've got kings and knights and the serfs and the whole bit, or whether you're talking about a president who is using tax money to pay for his continued lavish lifestyle. It's the same thing over and over and over again, where you and I, regular everyday people, are treated like chattel. We are basically their playthings. We are their property. We are their possession in their mind. And as long as we continue to act like that, as long as we continue to say, well, yeah, I guess we have to protect him. No, I don't think we do. It's not my responsibility to pay for your lifestyle, Mr. Trump. It's not my responsibility to provide anything for your family any more than it's your responsibility to provide anything for my family. Let me take care of mine. You take care of yours. I'm sure that we'll both manage just fine, thank you. But when people start coming around and saying, no, it's our duty, well, I have a problem with that. And, you know, this is one of those things where maybe if you could find me a justification, not in a man's written law, not even in necessarily some magic book that you might believe is to be true or some magic document. You know, you think about the Constitution. People wave it around sometimes as if somehow it's an inspired document. This is holy writing. It's a piece of paper, and it's got words on it. It's not magic. It doesn't grant anyone any rights. It's supposed to delineate for the rest of us to say, oh, yeah, when the government steps over this bound, it needs to be stopped. And yet, every single time that it gets, fudged a little bit, people just kind of shrug their shoulders and say, yeah, that's how they interpreted it. Well, then what's the point of having it? If you're just going to make up your rules as you go along, if you're just going to go ahead and say, yeah, the taxpayers are going to have to pay for whatever lifestyle the current president wants to live, well, you know what? All you're going to do is you're going to end up eroding any authority that you think you have. So you keep doing that, and I'm going to keep on ignoring you. That's what I've got. You appreciate what I'm doing. Please become a supporter, either by a direct subscription at radiofreespeech.com or by becoming a Patreon patron. Thank you very much, and make sure you check out the news today as well.